Today I want to talk about Gary Vee and his idea of going to school or self-development and self-improvement. By no means I am trying to put someone under the bus or I am trying to bash on someone nor him in this video, but I want to make couple of things very, very clear. And that's the notion of misperception. Misperception is what leads us to become vulnerable and become just totally a waste of not only our life, but people around us. And what Gary Vee has done thus far has made people think of this beautiful life in the other side, that it's so easy to get, it's so easy to reach, that people just neglect the opportunities that they have and they just smash everything that they have in front of them. I had a couple of my clients who actually talked about Gary Vee and how he influenced their life to change their life, and nothing has happened. Thus, they went through this journey of self-development. It didn't lead to anything, and then they became depressed, unmotivated, and they quit everything they had. First thing I want to make clear in your life: when you have a goal in your life, pursue it. And what Gary Vee offers in his videos is basically quit everything, don't go to school, school is a waste of time, education is a waste, and everybody must become an entrepreneur. That by itself, I think, is the most toxic thing that anyone can do, nor anyone can advise someone to do. Simply ask yourself this question: if people wouldn't have gone to school, how would they have dealt with the current pandemic that they were dealing with? If people wouldn't have gone to school, how would you have drive that $1 million car that you're driving? If people wouldn't gone to school, how would you have flown to different location where you do your talk? And these questions are something that are so obvious, yet they become so used to us seeing it, hearing it, and interacting with it that we don't really think about it. To me, the biggest thing that helped me reach where I am right now, and by no means I'm gonna call myself a millionaire or a world-renowned expert or anything, but for me, where I am right now, I'm happy with where I am. And what has got me to the level that I am was education. Education, yes, to a degree, it is a business, of course, because people who are teaching, who are educating you, they need to feed their family. Those people have to work or have to teach you something in a place that place needs to run and needs to have staff, and those staff needs to feed their family. So yes, there are money that you have to pay, but those money they'll give you a return on your investment. And I'll tell you one thing, I want you to, if you are debating on whether or not you should go to school or get education or not get education, think about one thing. Who cares about you at this point? What is it that you have to offer? And the last question, most important question, where do I see myself right now? Now, first thing first, let's attack the first question. Who cares about you? I don't mean that in a derogatory way, or I don't mean that in a way of dismissing you as a person, but what I mean is that think about Tim Cook. Who cares about Tim Cook? Well, everybody cares about Tim Cook because of what he has done, what he has accomplished, and where he is right now. Who cares about Gary Vee himself? Think about what he has done, what he has accomplished, and how he's influencing the world around him. Think about Casey Neistat. Who is Casey Neistat? What he has done, who he has influenced, who cares about him? Think about Albert Einstein. Who cares about him, what he has done? And then ask yourself, what is it that I have done? What is it that I have to show for? Now, yes, you could just post nonsense video and maybe 1 in a billion chance you become a sensation. But 99.99% of people who post on YouTube, that just doesn't happen. 99.99% of people who post on TikTok, that just doesn't happen. At times, it even wrecks your reputation, and you won't have any reputation. So think about yourself. What is it that you are? What is it that you want to become? And how is it that getting an education can help you reach your goals? Because anyone in this world who has achieved something or who has reached something to an extent, they had education. And if not themselves, there was someone with education behind them who presented that opportunity for them to grow themselves. So when you're thinking about your next opportunity or your next phase in life, always ask yourself this question: what do I have to offer? Who cares about the things that I have to offer at this point? And how will people react to the things that I have to offer? Where do you see yourself in life? Do you see yourself becoming a Bitcoin millionaire, which is a complete scam, and it funds people who are doing bad things? Because why would you want to hide some stuff and it just never gets you anywhere? Or do you see yourself making an impact? Do you want to be the person who uses all the time, or do you want to be the person who creates an environment for people to be able to use something? Certainly, when I looked at in my life back 10 years ago, after I finished my service in the military, I wanted to be the person who uses all the time. I didn't want to provide anything. I said, I did my time, I'm done. I want to just consume. And then I realized nobody cares for what I have to offer at this point of my time. And then I went to school. Now, school offered me 50-50. 50% of the things that I had to accomplish to reach something which was not useful for me at this time, at this point of my life. But 50% of the things that it offered me was so beneficial to me that not only helped me heal myself and improve myself as a person, but it helped me offer something to people who can use it and in return can develop themselves. So next time you see Gary Vee's video, I'm not gonna say dismiss it. No, watch it, learn something from it. But really sit down and think about it. There was a video that I watched that a mother asked Gary Vee, what should I do with my son's college fund? And he basically said, buy him a ticket to go see Europe, forget about college. That's the worst advice someone can give someone. A parent, someone can give a parent to do with their child. Because a child in human brain doesn't cognitively completely develop until we reach a certain age, which is 21. So we don't really know what is it that we want, and 99% of us, we fall into this rabbit hole of looking for something that doesn't exist, versus the thing that we want or we desire in life only exists to us when we are faced with it, when we are presented with it. That's why the reason when you go to high school you have an option of taking different classes. When you go to college, there are some elective that you could choose, you could try, you could miss, you could do whatever you want with it, and then decide what is it that is best for you. Next time you want to make a life changing decision, instead of listening to the 1%, Try to look at people as a whole. Think about it this way. What's the most app that you use, social media app that you use in your phone? Is it LinkedIn? Is it Facebook? Is it Instagram? Is it TikTok? Now imagine if those apps were only for 1% of people. How fun would it be? It wouldn't be really fun, because what can you see from it? Just one type of content over and over and over again. Or think about going to grocery store. Imagine if there was one type of food available at you to purchase. What would you have done? Well, survived on one type of food? No, it doesn't work like that. Everyone is different. If I go to a restaurant with you, the food that I'm gonna order is different than the food that you're gonna order. Why? Because we have different perspective, different view, different taste, different satiation level. So you can't really generalize everybody and say school is bad for everybody. No. The most important thing that you could do in your life is to pursue your education. Through your education, you can learn what is it that you really like, what is it that you don't like, what is it that you aspire to be, and what is it that you wish you had, so you can pursue it. But if you just sit at home and say, oh, I'm just gonna post nonsense in TikTok, pretty much what Gary Vee said on one of his videos, that just post TikTok, make people laugh. What am I gonna make myself? A mockery of people? Now, I'm not gonna bash people who do this for a living and make millions out of it, but what is the likelihood of that happening? And if it happened, well, preps to you. Congratulations. That's awesome. Because you probably made even my life a little better, because I watched your video and I laughed a little bit. But then I move on. And think about it. The content that you're creating, that I'm seeing, is made possible by people who are educated. So think about this next time you're making a life-changing decision. I'm not gonna say dismiss everything in this life. I'm not gonna say dismiss every notion that you have learned. Simply, I say one thing. For every person out there is millions of opportunity. And out of those millions of opportunity, there is only one thing that we can really strive on and be passionate about. And for us to eliminate the possibility of us meeting or seeing our desire, our passion, is the worst massacre that someone could do. So next time you want to give someone advice, instead of saying quit school, why don't you tell them just take online courses, go to Skillshare, go to this program, go to community college, explore, take a course in liberal art, which presents you with enormous amount of options, elective courses that you can take. If someone comes to me, asks me what should I do in my life, I have no idea what to do, instead of telling them quit everything and go online, I would tell them simply one thing. If you're out of high school, go to community college and study liberal art, where you can be allowed to take electives, and then explore those electives in different areas, in music, culinary, design, writing, storytelling, media, marketing, and then see what is it that you're most passionate about. Simply by quitting everything, you're not gonna gain anything. Versus you're gonna lose everything that you have up to this point. Now, Gary Vee has made a success for himself, and I'm not gonna neglect or disregard his success and the things that he has achieved. But what is his teaching? Comes onto a stage and he just bashes on people who do things traditional way and makes everybody ashamed of themselves and who they are with a really bad attitude. Maybe that's something that some people find motivating and pushes them to success. And I'm not gonna say people have not successed, but you as a person, you have to make your own battle. If this is the decision that you want to make, if this is something that you want to do, make that be your own choice. Don't do something because someone has told you something. And if you really want to take your life, your career to a next level, see a career counselor. And then ask them for different type of tests, such as the ONET test. And see what they offer you. And really explore your personal preferences based on your belief, based on your own liking, based on your own desire, rather than someone else's perception of your own desire. Because on a surface, I might be super enthusiastic about media, but on a deeper level, I might be in love and passionate in law or in design or in marketing. So to have someone else choose for us blindly what is it that my passion is the worst thing on the universe. Ask yourself the question. Have you yourself be the one who decides what's good, what's not good, what's important, what's not important, what's likely, what's not likely, and then come up with an answer that is tailored to you and your own liking, not to someone else's, not based on some predisposition, perception, or some generalized idea of success. Yes, money, I'm not gonna say that money doesn't make people happy, money doesn't make people succeed, money is not everything. No, and certainly money sometimes buys things that makes people be in a different status or in a different position than other people, and makes everything possible, or to some extent everything possible. But in reality, it's not the money that determines happiness. Money may buy you health insurance, but money doesn't buy you health. Money may buy you a house, but money cannot buy you a home. Money can help you have the most beautiful, elaborate wedding, but money cannot make a relationship happen. Money definitely can buy you clothing, but money cannot buy you comfort. These are the things that we ignore. We only see the things that are in front of us. But behind what's in front of us lies the foundation of our success, the foundation of our true self-worth and achievements. It's not the money that predicts what we should do. It's our thoughts, our beliefs, our notion, our view that determines what we should be. So what are you gonna do? Are you gonna sit down and let somebody decide for you what's best for you? Or are you gonna really dive deep inside of yourself and discover who is it that you are in the first place, and what is it that you desire, you aspire in your life? This is the question that you have to ask yourself, not what someone else has designed for you.